Hi students, I am Vishwanath. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I think you all enjoy my videos. Then please click the like button and please subscribe my channel. Our today's discussion is Kirchhoff's law about current electricity. It is a very important topic for you. Please watch the video and understand this topic in better way. If you have any problem related to this topic, then please comment to my comment box and I will try to solve your problem. Let's watch the video. Kirchhoff's first law or KCL, that is Kirchhoff's current law. Kirchhoff's current law states that at a junction of a circuit, the algebraic sum of the currents are 0. At a junction of a circuit, the algebraic sum of the currents are 0. Let us consider that when the currents emit from a junction, then it has positive sign, and the currents which enters into the junction has negative sign. Therefore, we can write that I comes out from the junction point O, that is I is plus 1, I1, and I2 enters into the junction O, therefore I2 is negative. I3 comes out from O, therefore I3 is positive, and I4 enters into the O, that's why I4 is negative. This is equal to 0. In general, summation of I is equal to 0 at a point. Okay, this is known as KCL or Kirchhoff's first law or Kirchhoff's current law. From first law Kirchhoff's or KCL, we can write summation of I is equal to 0 at a junction. This gives summation of I into t is equal to 0 at the junction, where t denotes the time taken. And we know that current into time is equal to total charge. That's why summation of q is equal to 0. Therefore, we can say that KCL is derived from the conservation of charge law, or it supports the conservation of charge law. In the second law of Kirchhoff's, that is KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law, states that in a closed loop, the algebraic sum of the product of current and corresponding resistance is equal to the algebraic sum of the EMF of this circuit or of this loop. That is, we can consider this is a closed loop ABCD. It has three cells having EMF E1, E2 and E3. E1 and E2 connected oppositely, and E1 and E3 are connected in same sense. R1, R2 and R3 are the resistances of this circuit, and I1 current passing through R1, I2 current passing through R2, and I3 current passing through R3. And here we consider the anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction is positive direction. You may change the direction. You may consider that clockwise direction may be positive. Here we consider that anti-clockwise direction is positive and clockwise direction is negative. Therefore, I1 in this circuit, I1 flows in anti-clockwise direction. I1 flows in anti-clockwise direction. That's why I1 is positive and it flows through R1. Therefore, I1 R1 is positive. But I2 flows in negative direction. Therefore, I2 is negative and the product of I2 R2 is also negative. I3 flows in anti-clockwise direction. That's why I3 is positive and R3 is positive. Okay. Again, E1 gives the current in anti-clockwise direction. That's why E1 is positive. E2 flows in clockwise direction. That's why E2 is negative. E3 flows in anti-clockwise direction. That's why E3 is positive. And this is equal. This gives summation of I1 R1 is equal to summation of Ej, where I is equal to 1 to n and j is equal to 1 to m, where n and m and n stands for any positive integer, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 dot 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 and m stands for 0, 1, 2, 3 dot dot. Okay, this is known as Kirchhoff's voltage law or loop law or mesh law. This law is derived from the principle of conservation of energy. This law is derived from the principle of conservation of energy. Okay. Thank you for watching my video and please subscribe my channel and click the like button.